A wonderful day to you all. Welcome to the Complete Sports Update, the show where the latest and trending stories in the world of sports are brought to you. My name is Abib Kuranga. Joining me on today's episode is Adeboye Amosu. Together, we shall be taking you through the rounds as far as sporting stories in today's episode is concerned. And welcome to the show, boy. How are you doing today?
Thank you. I'm good. It's good to be back on the show once again.
Absolutely. It always feels good and amazing to be back on the Complete Sports Update. The Super Eagles of Nigeria recorded a 2-1 victory over the Kilimanjaro Stars of Tanzania in their opening match of the 2025 Africa Cup of Nations. And right here on Complete Sports Update, we shall review the 2-1 victory, the standout performance in the encounter, as well as preview the Eagles' upcoming clash against the Carthage Eagles of Tunisia. So, boy, welcome to the show once more.
Thank you.
I can see that you're actually smiling. The Super Eagles of Nigeria really did give you that Christmas present, even though it's quite early. So, they won their opening game 2-1, all thanks to Shemi Ajayi's first half strike before the Tanzania actually equalized in the second half. Then, a few minutes later, Ademola Lookman actually restored the lead for the Super Eagles of Nigeria, which they actually, won. So what say you about the encounter? Let's hear your thoughts as regards to the game right there.
Well, I think it was a good performance from the Super Eagles yesterday. Everybody expected them to beat the Tanzanians, who were really making their fourth appearance at the AFCON. And don't forget that they have not progressed beyond the group stage since they started participating at the AFCON. But football at this level, the Tanzanians were not under any kind of pressure. When you are the underdog, everybody expected you to lose. It's just for you to say, okay, let's make things difficult for our opponent and probably see if we can shock them and get a famous win. They were resolute at the back earlier in the game. They make few incursions into the Super Eagles defense. I think the Super Eagles were unlucky not to have at least scored an early goal in the game and at least score more than one goal that they scored in the first half. Probably it was due to nervousness and some poor finishing, especially from Victor Osimhen. We saw Ako, who missed the very first chance in the game. He also hit the crossbar. The likes of Chukwueze too. Chukwueze too was close to doubling Nigeria's lead late in the first half. So overall, it was a good performance from the Super Eagles as expected. One just hope they can build on that performance in their subsequent games in the competition.
Absolutely. So let's actually dive into the individuals in question. Where we are, just like what is made mentioned, you said that Samuel Chukwueze actually had the chance, and I think it was actually unplayable, most especially in the first half. We talk about the likes of Alex Iwobi, even the goal scorer, the first the guy that scored the first goal, Shemi Ajayi, as well as Ademola Lookman. Let's hear your thoughts about the players you think were standouts in the game.
Well, for me, I would like to pick Alex Iwobi. He has received a lot of sticks from Nigeria in recent past. If you look at Iwobi when he plays for Fulham, some people used to call him Iwobinho because probably he has the confidence. He has a free role. When you have the confidence of the manager, you can do anything on the pitch and your teammate too. But when it comes to the national team, always struggle a bit, probably due to his different roles, different role for the Super Eagles. But what we saw yesterday was a different Alex Iwobi. He was really Iwobinho yesterday. He dictated play in the midfield, short passes, long passes, and a beautiful assist for Shemi Ajayi for the first goal. He was close to scoring in the second half too. I would like to also talk about Ajayi, who was named the man of the match. A beautiful, powerful header from him. Lookman, Alex Iwobi, even Jeremiah Adams before he was replaced. Just like you mentioned, Chukwueze had a good performance in the first half, though he probably went early in the second half before he was replaced. So a lot of individual brilliant performances from the players. Like I said earlier, is the starting point for them. We just believe that as the tournament progresses, they maintain same level of form and probably go all the way.
Exactly. So still on the match, what are the positives that you can say that, this is what Nigeria should actually, capitalize on going forward, and the negatives as regarding what the coach actually needs to just, kind of take off, in their subsequent games, most especially their second group match against Tunisia.
Well, the biggest thing for me was the determination shown by the players and the unity in the team. You understand? You could see the chemistry, the way they move the ball, especially early in the game. When you are playing against an opposition who are not really attacking minded, you need to move the ball fast to break them down.
Yeah.
And the hunger too was there. They were determined to start the competition on a winning note, which is always important in a tournament like this. Your first game sets the tone for what is expected in the rest of the competition.
Yeah.
Though some people were like expecting them to beat the Tanzanians like 2-3-4-0, but for me 3 points is 3 points.
It's the most important.
That's the most important thing.
Yeah.
Talking about the negatives, I think Coach Eric Shell needs to be a bit flexible with his tactics. If you look at the 4-4-2 diamond he has been using, it has not been really effective. And when you come up against a top quality side, you might not get away with it, especially when it comes to the first half. When we most times early in the second half, we always try to alter his formation, but at least you need to be spot on from the start so that you avoid mistakes that will cost you at the end of the day.
Absolutely. So now let's move to the game against Tunisia, which is going to be played on Saturday. And the Tunisians actually won their first game against Uganda, also 2-1. And this is actually a team that are very, very compact. They know how to attack as a unit as well as defend as a unit. So what are your expectations as regards to the game against the Carthage Eagles?
Well, it's going to be a tough one for the Super Eagles. For many, the Tunisians are one of the favorites to win this tournament, and they laid down a marker with an impressive performance against the Ugandans in their first game. One thing I'm expecting is an open game, unlike the Tanzanians who sat back for the majority of the game. And don't forget, I believe they will have respect for the Super Eagles too, because you can't face a team that has a Victor Osimhen, and there won't be jitters among your players. So it's going to be an open game. It's a game that will test how ready the Super Eagles are to go far in this tournament. The Tunisians will have a lot of support in the stadium because of the fact that they probably share border with Morocco. And from where we are hearing, the ticket for the game is already sold out. So the atmosphere will be electric.
Absolutely.
So we just hope the players too will make we put up an exciting performance to make the fans who are coming around enjoy the game.
Absolutely.
So I'm going for the Super Eagles to win. I believe, just like Richard said yesterday, that he made after the game against Tunisia, that he made a lot of bad choices. That's in his probably in his lineup or in his tactics. So we are expecting him to at least get it right next time, and at least Super Eagles get an early qualification into the round of 16.
So you are actually predicting the Super Eagles of Nigeria to defeat Tunisia? So
Sure.
By what scoreline?
Well, let me say 2-0.
2-0. That's absolutely let me just say that's too much of a ask from the Super Eagles of Nigeria. But I do hope that they have the quality to go all the way to defeat the Carthage Eagles of Tunisia. And subsequently, I think they will make that as a direct qualification to the knockout stages, because 6 points absolutely should be enough right there. So thank you very much, Aboy, for the wonderful and insightful analysis as always on Complete Sports Updates. Viewers, this will be wrapping things up as far as proceedings in today's episode is concerned. Do well to like, share, subscribe, as well as comment as regards to this episode. And seasons greetings to you all, our lovely viewers. Do take care of yourselves and enjoy the rest of your day. Bye for now.